Okay, Glyn, Dewis here again with another Photoshop tutorial for you, and this time I want to show you a technique for applying makeup. Now, of course, there's nothing like the real thing, and if you can get access to a makeup artist for a shoot, then I'd always advise that. But that being said, there are always the times when we don't have such luxuries, or maybe we just want to tweak a few things during the editing, and that's exactly where Photoshop can come in. So, let's get on with the tutorial. Okay, so now we're going to apply some makeup, and this is really simple. All we need to do is get ourselves a brush. Okay, so we do that by pressing B on our keyboard or going over the toolbar and just selecting a brush like so. We'll go for the brush tool at the top. This brush needs to be nice and soft so that the makeup we apply blends in really realistically. So we're going to take the hardness down to 0%. And then we're going to enter something called quick mask mode, and that's so that we can actually visually see where we're going to select the area for our makeup. And we can do that by pressing Q on our keyboard, or by over in the toolbar on the left hand side at the bottom we've got this icon here. If we click on that, we're now in quick mask mode. So all I need to do then is just paint over the area where I want the makeup to apply. Now you'll see this red overlay, that's just defining visually, if you like, where we're going to eventually put our makeup. And you'll see when I'm doing this, sometimes I go a little bit over the edges, but we can get rid of that in a moment just by painting over in an opposite colour. And you'll see what I mean just in a second. So that's where I want makeup to be. We'll now remove where I've gone a little bit too far, like on the eyebrows and on the eyelashes and stuff like that. So now if I paint in an opposite colour, at the moment I'm painting in black to actually make the selection. If I now paint in white, I can remove areas of where I don't want the selection to be, like so. So on the eyebrows, a little bit where the overlay has spilled over onto the eye as well, and we'll just take that edge there nice and sharp, and we'll just repeat the same thing over excuse me, over on the other side like so. Take it off the eyebrow, and there you go. So that's that area selected. The next thing to do is to come out of quick mask mode, and we do that by pressing Q on our keyboard, or again just clicking the icon at the bottom of the toolbar. We're then given this marching ants here, which is defining where the selected area is going to be. All we need to do now is add in the colour, and we can do that by going to something like, say, a hue and saturation adjustment layer. We then put a tick in the colorise box, and then all we need to do is just adjust the hue by moving the slider over, and if we do that, you can see that the area we selected now looks as though in this case it's having a bit of, I think they call it eyeshadow applied to it. So we can choose the colour. We can then choose the saturation and how much colour we want in there, and we can also control the lightness, or how dark the actual makeup's going to be. Now I'm going to go for a bit of a blue tint, so we'll go for about there, lighten it down a bit, not so much on the saturation. Once we've done that, I always sort of like to go to the layers panel then and just change the blend mode of this hue and saturation adjustment layer to colour. That just tends to add in just a little bit more realism and makes the colour just look a bit more realistic, if you like, in the final result. So that's it. That's just a really quick way of showing you how you can apply some makeup. Obviously you can go a little bit more and do more areas on the face, but just for now, that's the simple, quick and effective way of actually adding some makeup onto your model. So there you go. And before and after, we can see here on the left hand side without the makeup, apart from the little definition around the eyes, and then we've applied some makeup as well. Nice and quick, nice and simple, and a really great effective use of adjustment layers. I'll catch you next time.